Under fire from a liberal Christian group for a speech he made at Notre Dame University Law School. The group claims he violated his oath to defend religious liberty for all Americans. Hello and welcome to A Spirited Debate. I'm Lauren Green. The group called Faithful America says Barr's speech was too focused on Christianity. They filed a formal complaint with the Justice Department's Office of Professional Responsibility. According to reports, Attorney General said during the speech that religion, quote, gives us the right rules to live by, and that those who founded the United States were Christians who, quote, believe that the Judeo-Christian moral system corresponds to the true nature of man. Well, the group called for Barr to be investigated for his, quote, toxic Christian nationalism. So is this hyperbole to push back against the Trump administration, which has made religious freedom a top priority, or is there a legitimate concern in their complaint? Here to discuss, Chris Hale, former Obama faith advisor, and Father Frank Pavone, founder and national director for Priests for Life. Welcome to you both.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Chris, let me start with you because the group demanded that the DOJ remove the speech from its website, that Barr should apologize and give a new speech outlining steps to combat right-wing attacks on the religious liberty of Muslims, Jews, Sikhs, progressive Christians, American Indians, and atheists. So what is your take on those demands, and also calling it toxic Christianity?
You know, I'm friends with Faithful America. They're a good group, but I'm not with them on this. The progressive movement, the left, we oftentimes swing at every pitch. And I do not know why we're going after this in particular. You have a Roman Catholic Attorney General speaking at Notre Dame Law School. And I don't understand that the idea that I read the contents of the speech. I don't think it's promoting toxic Christianity. I think the big issue we have to face as a progressive movement is we have this face head on. I thought about this time and again on this network about the reality of the progressive movement that we're part of and social inclusion and in the fight with religious liberty. And that's going to be a difficult road to go down, and it's going to come to the head time and again. This is not the way to confront that. Let's confront these on the cases, not on William Barr. Interesting.
Well, Father Pavone, what is your take on it being a Christian faith-based organization that filed the complaint? Because we usually hear about these cases from atheist groups. What does that tell you?
You know, this is a curious case because they're talking about the defense of religious liberty, and it seems to me they're taking away some religious liberty from Attorney General Barr. I mean, religious liberty does not mean that everything that everybody says has to be somehow neutral or giving equal time to every religion under the sun. First of all, it's not practically possible to do that. There are so many different religions that you can't possibly do that. The reality of something that is said has to be evaluated in the place that it is being said, the purpose of the speech, and the fact of, you know, how many Americans belong to various religions. I mean, we do have dominant religions in America. That doesn't mean America has or should have an official religion. So, but you know, freedom is a hard thing to preserve because it really challenges all of us across the board.
You know, Chris, there is a growing fissure along political lines within most Christian denominations. I mean, as with other faiths, you know, this sort of, you know, conservative liberal branches. The Catholic Church seems to be the biggest example. One commentator called Barr's speech a threat to democracy. I mean, the founding documents quote the Bible several times. Why is Barr not within his rights to express his faith? I mean, why would they be attacking that part of it?
You know, I don't really think we should focus on the contents of the speech, but the actions of the Department of Justice. The reality of it is the Department of Justice has an obligation, a moral obligation, a civic obligation, a constitutional obligation to defend the religious freedom of every American. I do not think this is the route that the left should go about. I also think this is something I want to highlight again and again and again. If the Democratic Party is made to be the party against God, the godless party, we are going to be in the minority till the second coming. We have to be a party that has acceptance of people of all faith and people of no faith. Look to Pete Buttigieg as someone who's doing that very well, but this is not the route the left needs to take to keep moving forward in this country.
All right, Father Pavone, you get the last word on this.
Well, you know, we've experienced the battle over the HHS mandate under President Obama. Of course, we and many other groups went to court over that. And again, it's a question of freedom is challenging. We have to really allow Americans to live their faith. And the government does not have a role in evaluating what we believe, because we were constantly told this in the courts, well, you know, this is not really a violation of your faith. No, the believer, it's up to the believer to say to the government, this is a violation of my faith. The government to say, well, we're not here to judge your beliefs. We're here to protect them and to protect your right to live life.
All right, I want to thank you so much, Father Frank Pavone and Chris Hale. Thanks for being on A Spirited Debate.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
And for more news, go to FOXNews.com. I'm Lauren Green. Thanks for watching.